I'm
Oh,
ready now. Hello, Ms. Norris. My name is Jordan. I am here with Jenna, Sophia, and Lana, and today we will be discussing the issues presented throughout the general surgery unit. On this slide is the agenda we will be following for our presentation, starting with the goal of this presentation and ending with a conclusion. The goal of this presentation is to address the issues presented in the general surgery unit in order to offer meaningful solutions and implementation steps. The issues to be addressed throughout this presentation are as follows: teamwork and communication, leadership and culture, employee morale, and stress levels. From the feedback you received after the team meeting, it is obvious that there is a lack of teamwork and communication among the staff within the general surgery unit. From what was noted throughout the case, it is evident that everyone is doing their part to take care of their patients, which is a positive note. However, soon after you started your position as nurse manager in the GSU, you noted that you received 29 requests from the unit staff members for one-on-one meetings. During these meetings, you stated that you experienced the culture of conflict and blaming. The more senior nurses are highly critical of the newer nursing staff and are often caught complaining about them behind their backs rather than helping and mentoring them. During the team meeting, nurses stated that they felt their work was unrecognized and felt as though their contributions were not valued. In order to improve these observations, we have both long and short-term activities that we feel will help improve the communication and teamwork throughout the general surgery unit. In order to promote teamwork and communication, we believe that two possible solutions would be to implement team building exercises and to hold weekly team meetings. Team building activities will help bring the general surgery unit team closer together by prompting creativity, communication, and collaboration, which in turn builds a sense of trust amongst the team members. Weekly team meetings will allow for individuals to communicate and discuss issues they may have and allow for others to help talk through ideas and possible solutions to these issues. In addition, weekly team meetings would be a great way for you to recognize the great work that is being done throughout the department. Though these short-term solutions aim to improve the communication and trust among the workers within the unit, these solutions are also costly. A long-term, cost-conscious solution would be to create a peer mentor program within the department. This solution would aim to have the senior nurses mentoring the more junior nurses, which would benefit the team as a whole. According to UMass Global, mentors can learn from the team members they're helping to guide, so it really is a mutually beneficial relationship. These are the action steps we promote to have the mentor program. There's six steps, starting with identifying the goal for the program, defining what type of program this will be, choosing who the mentors and mentees will be, training the mentors, implementing the program, and evaluating the program. We believe that the first three steps should take around 1 week of time. Training should take 2 weeks. Implementation should take about a week. And we feel as though we should evaluate this program every 3 months for 1 year.
my name is Lana, and I will be discussing the leadership and cultural issues in the department. Some observations I made was that the turnover ratio in the department is very high, which is a negative because if a nurse calls out, you will not have any coverage to cover for that nurse. And there is also an element of favoritism, and the nurses feel that they are not being motivated by management, which makes the morale very low and it makes people not feel motivated to do their best. Some short term solutions would be to hire more nurse and staff. Um, this is going to cost some money, but in the long run, it will reduce the excessive workload on a lot of the nurses. If someone, again, was to take off, you wouldn't be able to find a replacement because the staff is so limited. So the most obvious solution for that and the most feasible would be to hire more staff. Stronger communication is also needed. More frequent short meetings with the staff should be considered. This can increase morale by incorporating fun team exercises. It can get the team to know each other better, and that will in turn make people want to help each other more. Some long term solutions would be an employee recognition program and to develop better policies to avoid favoritism. There should be a set of metrics that accurately measure employee performance at all levels so that there is no favoritism. Everyone will be treated the way that they are doing their work, and there should be an investment in leadership development programs.
My name's Jenna, and after reviewing the general surgery unit, I would like to touch upon employee morale within the department. So, employee morale can be defined as the attitude and satisfaction of employees within an organization or department. Some observations I observed while reviewing is that the employees of this department are being overworked, which this overall causes a decrease in morale. There is no overtime that can be given due to budget cuts and the budget overall. So this really does not provide any increase in morale within the department, and therefore causes the employees to not want to work more or fill in when there's absences, which then leads into there's no way to cover for absences or vacation time. Without being able to grant vacation time when needed or cover for absences, it really does not create incentives for those to work harder or get things done in a timely manner. And also, the department has the lowest employee satisfaction scores, which overall, with this and the previous 2 points, we can see there's many aspects that go into that. So with that being said, there are short-term and long-term solutions that can be done to have an increase in employee morale. The first would be get feedback from employees weekly on different incentives that can compensate for the overtime pay that is unable to be given. Without this overtime pay, there should be incentives in place that will make those in the department want to fill in when needed and work maybe some extra hours or pick up shifts if that is needed. And then in addition, reward those who provide extra time for helping the department. Making sure they're heard or being noticed is extremely important, especially when there can't be overtime pay granted. And lastly, make it easier to switch shifts among employees so no one is losing hours or working too many hours. Just ensuring that this is an easy process. So if someone needs to switch shifts last minute, or even if there is a lot of time and they bring this up, it's an easy process for them to go ahead and have a different shift or switch shifts with someone else. So for the long-term solutions, the best would be to see what aspects of the department may be able to afford cuts financially to improve employee pay. Without the overtime pay, like I said, there is no reason for anyone to really want to pick up extra shifts. So seeing what can be cut elsewhere in the budget to have this overtime pay is extremely important. The action steps for this would ensure employees early on that there are solutions coming and that you are working on the problem. And this will just kind of give them a sense of hope that there will be a change within the department. Evaluate the inventory to see if there's other things that can be held off on being ordered, or just see if there's already an excess of stock of things, and that'll create some room in the budget to maybe create some overtime pay. And then once this is completed and there's a good evaluation of this inventory or stock, bring these ideas up to higher ups in the hospital and just see if this is something that can be done, and then express that employees will be willing to work more if overtime incentive is back in place, and show that where the data of other cuts can be made, and just expressing to these higher ups that this change will create better numbers for the department and create better care as well for the patients.
My name is Sophia, and I will be addressing the last issue, which is stress levels in the workplace. From what I observed, due to mandatory budget cuts at EMU, This has prevented new staff from being hired, especially in the GSU unit. This has made it difficult for the nurses to complete their task and fully focus on the care that they provide for their patients. As we saw from a statement given by Louise, due to there being too many few nurses, she has to pick and choose the type of care that she gives to her patients. Some of the short-term solutions that I would suggest are holding regular group huddles to address the staff well-being and seeing how they're doing on their day-to-day basis. I think it would also be great if the hospital offered stress management services slash techniques to help when staff members are put in difficult situations. Lastly, for long-term solutions, there really is only one solution here, and that is to hire more nursing staff. While this will increase costs, it will help reduce the workload on the nurses and allow them to give timely and quality care to their patients. Ms. Norris, thank you for allowing us to analyze the general units, the general surgery unit. We hope that the solutions we came up with today will help you have a more efficient work team. If you have any questions, please let us know. Again, we thank you for taking the time to meet with us. Enjoy the rest of the day.